is about suckers. Suckers with lots of money to burn. According to the Wall Street Journal, a bunch of American suckers are giving money to the U.S. government as gift payments to the US Treasury Department to help pay down the government's $17 trillion debt. So far in 2014, those gifts have totaled more than $5 billion, the second highest amount since 1996. The highest was in 2012 when Americans gave $7.7 million, and this year still has time to catch up. Most Americans will complain about giving their money to the government. I know I complain all the time about taxes, personally. But there are some Americans who actually go out of their way to give the government more money as a gift, just to pay down our huge debt. Some leave it in their will, others just want to be patriotic, but all of them are wasting their money. Because $5 million is a crumb in our debt's cake factory. The reality is $5 million covers less than 6 minutes of the growth of our debt. Americans would have to increase their gift payments by thousands of times for them to have any impact on our debt whatsoever. And considering how the government spends money, why would you ever want to give them more money voluntarily? The 2014 Wastebook just came out, which details exactly how the government recently wasted $25 billion. The 110-page report does a great job of illustrating some of the stupidest things the government spent money on. For instance, the Department of Interior's U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service spent $10,000 on watching how fast grass in Florida grows. A program out of the National Institutes of Health spent almost $400,000 to give Swedish massages to rabbits. The government spent $50,000 on sea monkey research. The National Science Foundation spent over $170,000 to study whether or not monkeys believe in hot streaks like gambling humans do. They also spent over $300,000 to see if hungry people were more likely to push pins into voodoo dolls of their spouses than people who weren't hungry. You get the idea. We all know there are so many ways the government wastes money. The Wastebook is a catchy way to draw attention to that. Unfortunately, it's not required reading for all Americans. If it were, I'm sure there'd be a lot less money-gifting suckers out there. Tonight, let's talk about that by following me on Twitter @TheResident.